Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't expecting to make a video today. So it's going to be short, it's going to be quick. I'm going to leave the promotions to the end of the video. The reason why I decided to make the video instead of getting my precious shut-eye is because I saw the Bitcoin move downwards. It actually broke below a descending wedge formation. Now, this doesn't usually happen. It's actually the unlikely scenario. Sometimes in TA, the unlikely thing plays out. We broke below the descending wedge formation. And we've entered a downwards correction here on Bitcoin. In the last 4 hours, Bitcoin is down around 3%, which doesn't sound significant. It isn't significant, actually, at all, really. But since we are approaching a key level on the medium-term time frame, it is worth making this video here and discussing it, just so you guys are informed of what's going on. Because I know a lot of people are having their eyebrows raised right now. They're a bit surprised by this. Now, here's what's happening, okay? Let me just zoom out and explain these levels here so you get a key understanding of what's going on. 67,000 on Bitcoin. What is that level? It is the level, right? So let me just very clearly identify the two parts of this range. We have the range over here, okay, the first part of the range and the second part of the range, okay? The first part of the range was characterized by bullish price action, okay? Through that part of the range, let's zoom out to the 12-hourly chart so we can see it. We were still riding on the momentum that we had from the moves upwards in the months prior, stemming from the January bottom right here. Now, on that momentum, this part of the range was characterized as bullish because very clearly, again, we were riding the momentum and we were very clearly attacking to the upside. Every single bottom was higher than the prior bottom. We had higher lows and we were clamping to the upside in some sort of ascending triangle kind of structure. We were very clearly aggressively attacking upwards. The buying pressure was there on every single drop. Eventually that buying pressure dissipated. We saw a support line break and we entered the second part of the range. Now, this part of the range was characterized by bearish price action, in contrast to the first part of the range right here, where we were attacking to the upside constantly. In this part of the range here, we were attacking to the downside constantly, okay? So we were aggressively attacking downwards. The sellers were in control, the bears were in control of the price action. Luckily, Bitcoin managed to find a perfect bouncing zone at the 57K region. Of course, that 57K region was layered with support. Okay, support from the pi cycle center lines, support from the bull market support band, support from the 13-year-long ascending support line in yellow. That level at 57K was layered with support. It was the optimal place for Bitcoin to bounce. We found a perfect and exceptional macro bottom at 57K. The macro is still perfectly intact due to that bounce. And luckily, upon that 57K bottom, we touched it once for about 2 days and we went upwards from there. We formed a higher low. We attacked 57K again, and after some brief resistance, we managed to break to the upside. Now, what you'll notice is that the 67K level in green on the screen here formed a neckline for this part of the range. So every single time we went downwards, we came back upwards, we rejected from the 67K level. It was holding Bitcoin downwards. When we finally got above it, we entered a parabolic breakout. The biggest daily candle we've seen, one of the biggest for the entirety of 2024, occurred upon breaking that neckline, which validates the importance of that level. So this neckline was what clamped Bitcoin to the downside for about a month and a half. This neckline was what ended up resulting in Bitcoin finding its macro bottom. It's a very, very important neckline. It's a very, very important resistance level. And now, since we are above it, it's a very, very important support level. What we are seeing right now can best be described as a potential resistance support flip. So when you break a very important resistance level, which is what 67K is, you go upwards and generally speaking, you'll reject from an upper resistance zone, which is 71.3K to 72K, that red rectangle right there, a very, very important resistance zone, our next upside level. We rejected from that level and now we're coming back down to retest 67K and bounce from that level, or potentially bounce from that level. If we see that perfect bounce, if we see 67K hold, that will be nothing more than a completely normal, completely healthy breakout structure. And from that bottom at 67K, we should be able to come back upwards, retest this red zone again, and break it this time. So to clarify, right now, Bitcoin is seeing nothing other than a regular resistance support flip. It is only if we lose 67K that anything changes on a medium-term scale, and it's only if we lose 57K that anything changes on a macro scale. Again, that's 67K for a medium-term scale and 57K for a macro scale. Losing 67K on a medium-term scale would be slightly concerning because there's no real reason to do that. Again, 67K is the dividing level between the lower part of this range and the upper part of this range. We spent a month and a half forming a perfect bottoming out structure below in the lower part of this range. There's no real structural reason why we need to enter that level again. And if we did enter below 67K again, this move we've just seen in the last week would be labeled a fake out. So it would be damaging on a medium-term scale. And that does lead me to believe that it is likely that Bitcoin finds a bottom on that 67K level. Now, again, there's two important things to note here. One is 67K is a vague price level. And realistically, the level I'm talking about is 66.8 to 67.2. It's just easier to say 67. And number two is we can certainly see fake outs. We can certainly see brief drops, but I'm talking about an actual structured breakdown. That does seem a little bit unlikely. That would be slightly concerning. It wouldn't be the end of the world. Again, the macro requires a 57K breakdown for anything to change. But it just wouldn't be ideal, realistically, is what I'm saying. The ideal structure here is a regular resistance support flip on 67K and a break to the upside. As of right now, we have no real reason to believe that anything other than that will occur. As of right now, the structure is still intact on the medium-term scale and the long-term scale. As of right now, everything is looking pretty good. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and check out the Bitcoin exchange. It's a global exchange, non-KYC. You can sign up from anywhere in the world. It takes 15 seconds with an email address and a password. With my referral link down below, you'll get access to $5,000 in rewards by completing various challenges in the reward center, and also immediate access to 15% trading fee discounts for life on that exchange. Go ahead and check it out. My link is down below. Alternatively, you've got BingX and BitGet. Those are bigger, more well-known exchanges. My links are down below for those exchanges as well, for rewards and discounts as well. We've got the trading group on Telegram. We post altcoin trading signals. We've got a 77.5% win rate over the course of 150 trades over 18 months. Very good stuff there. Very profitable. Check that out if you're interested in altcoin trading signals. And then finally, if you want TA education, which is very important and very underrated and very expensive in this market, by the way, we've got a very good deal for you there. Bull market sale for a limited time, teaching you how to trade with an educational course. Check that out if you're interested. Again, guys, that's Bitcoin, BingX, BitGet, BIP, and finally the educational course, Crypto Academy. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you soon.